of someone you care about that goes to school. Maybe it's a friend, a sibling, or a family member. What if their safety was to be compromised? What if there was a chance that they could be injured or even killed? What if there was something you could do about it? Maybe you're thinking, this could never happen to them or to you. The truth is, it really can. School violence, mainly school shootings, has become such a big deal that it's on the news all the time. Now, as a student, I want to ensure the safety of every staff member, teacher, and student in every school. So today I'm going to tell you how you can prevent the likelihood of school violence and shootings, because it is affecting students and staff members all over the world. First, I'm going to tell you the weaknesses in school security systems. Second, I'm going to tell you what needs to be done about them. And third, I'm going to tell you how we can do these. First, let's talk about the weaknesses in the school systems. The weaknesses in the security of our schools need to be addressed. According to CNN, Claudia Kappa, a senior advisor in statistics at UNICEF, said that schools aren't as safe as they should be because of bullying, because of corporal punishment by teachers, and because of attacks on schools. The reason school violence happens is because of a lack of security. If more security cameras were set up, then bullying would happen less. If more metal detectors were set up and SROs were stationed, or school resource officers, then there would be less school shootings. The San Diego Union Tribune states that there have been 85 school shootings since Columbine, and they have killed 223 people, including students, teachers, and staff. Those numbers would be much less if there were better security measures put in schools. Now you know about some of the weaknesses in school systems, let's talk about what needs to be done about them. Certain measures need to be placed in order to secure the safety of our students. SROs, or school resource officers, should be hired more by schools. Every school should have at least one school resource officer, because they scare away potential threats to the school, they make students feel safer, and they step up and know what to do in the event of an emergency. Schools should hire retired veterans as SROs that can pass a psychological evaluation, because that way they don't have to go looking for a job and they already have excellent training. According to the New York Times, an SRO in Tennessee faced off an armed intruder in 2010. The man walked into the school and requested to have a meeting with the principal before pulling out a handgun. The officer pushed the principal out of the way and drew her gun and negotiated with him for 10 minutes. Eventually, officers came as backup, and they shot him when he refused to put the gun down. This officer stopped a potential attack on innocent lives. How many more lives could be saved, and how many more shootings can be prevented just by having an available school resource officer? Metal detectors need to be set up in schools as well. According to the Campus Safety magazine, metal detectors, just by setting them up, can scare away potential attackers. They are much less likely to attack if they believe that they will be caught before they can even do anything. It is also much harder to smuggle in guns, knives, and other assault weapons if a metal detector will pick them up. Now you know what can be done. Now let's talk about how it can be done. Preventing school violence may be expensive, but it's effective. According to The Atlantic, there is a nonprofit organization called SOS Parkland, and they are raising funds for additional security in Parkland schools in Parkland, Florida. They're raising funds because of the recent shooting that has happened there. If there was an organization that could fund additional security for all schools in America, that would help tremendously. Teachers also need to be given access to useful tools that would help them in case of an emergency. According to the Washington Post, in 2016, at Union Middle School in Utah, they had surveillance, a security system, and an SRO station when a student shot another in the head twice. Now, as soon as teachers were aware of the situation, they put the rest of the students in lockdown. While these security measures didn't prevent the shooting from happening, they did prevent other students from being killed as well. And so since that shooting has happened, teachers in the district have been given access to an app called DIRS, which stands for Disaster Incident Report and Security. The government should fund these additional security upgrades. If the government placed student security as a priority, then school shootings would happen less, or they would be less likely to happen. You can also donate to your local school. Any donation would be greatly appreciated and would be used wisely towards funding school security. You could also take an extra step and petition, like you could start a petition, get enough people to sign it, and take it to the government to fund better school security. Now you know how we can obtain these goals. Today we have discussed the weaknesses in school security systems, what needs to be done about them, and how we can do what needs to be done. It is crucial to place security systems in our schools to protect the students in them. We need to place better security systems so that students aren't in fear of being attacked while getting an education. Now, I would encourage you to think about that, the person that you know that is still in school, or yourself if you are still a student. It is of vital importance to place school security or better security systems in our schools. Not only would your donations help your loved ones' safety, but they would also help the safety of others' loved ones. If you are interested in learning more about how you can help, visit your local school, set up a meeting with the principal, and inquire about how you can help. You may not think that your donation or your help makes much of a difference, but I am confident that if our community comes together, we can put an end to these senseless acts of violence. Thank you.